What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. In the last episode, we started taking on some new mechanics, the precision mechanics and the specific shape mechanics. I don't know what they're specifically calling those. Precision and, yeah, I guess we don't have it until we restore the window. According to the title screen, we have done 125 puzzles in 5 episodes, which means we are on a 25 puzzle average. Let's keep that up, shall we? Let's get to 150. All right, so we got a lot of puzzles here, so let's keep on going. Oh boy. Okay, wait, hold on. I started that one, so let's just go to something else. Okay. Precision 5. All regions must have an area of exactly 5. So here, 1, 2, 3. Can't take that one because it'd be the other side of a border. 4. We could go to there. So this has to come out to at least here. This will then have to extend to here. That's 5. Done. This could go as far as here, but can't take both. So it could either do that or it could do that, but can't do both. This one has to come to here. How many are in? There's 10 left, but so 2 more regions after this. So this has to be a different region, because it can't be this one or any of the ones that are here. And I have to make a region without blocking out this one. So I actually can't do that. That's interesting. How do I do that? Hold on. If these two have to be a different region, and it can't be this region either, because that's not 5 to get ourselves back up there. So where does this region go? It can't come down to this bottom row, or it will block in this entire thing. So I think it has to do that. Which means this has to go like this, which means this has to go like that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. Precision 11. So with 3 regions total, that's 1 right there. Which I then cannot take. I can't take that cell, or that cell. Right, so I could go up to there, and I can work my way around. Now, if I do that, what am I left with up here? That's 17. So I could get 1 full region here, but I'm going to need a second one because I can't have the same 2. Oh, maybe that's the answer, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I can't do that. I could beeline it up there. What's the fastest way I could get up there is that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's gotta be it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then just loop it around. Yep. Okay. Oh boy. Precision and delta. So each one has to be 5. So how many different ways can we make 5? We can make a line. We could do a big hook. We could do this shape. We could do our wonderful, weird, wacky... Oh, we could do a plus. We could do a, you know, that type of thing. There's a lot we could do with 5. A big L. So a decent amount. It's not as restricted as a 3 or a 4. So let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here goes out to that far. This goes at least here. This is a harder puzzle. So I could go to an L. Okay. I could make this an L, but if I do that, I can't go like that. I have to come like this. So this is going to be the crux of the puzzle. So it's either I come out to here or I come to here. Oh, wait, I can't even do that. Never mind. That's forced. So I actually can't do that. So I have to do this, which means this can't be that same shape. So I can't do that. I have to come up to here. This I have to come to here. I can't do this. Well, I definitely can't do that, but I can't do this because it'd be the same shape. So I could do this, or I could do that. So it's that, it's big L, or multi-tool, we'll call it, with a multi-tool shape. So I don't know which one there yet. This comes out to here. This could come all the way out to be an L. Or again, it could come and do... Well, that's something, actually. I can't do this back to back. If I did this shape, am I forced to do... I mean, no, not necessarily, right? Oh, no, I am. Because, look, if I did the L, I'd be blocking this in. Oh, I could do a T. No, I can't. Actually, hold on. Right, so I can't do the T, so I have to take this cell. And that would be the problem. So I think I can't do this shape, which means I have to do that. But is that possible? Oh, I could do the T shape here. Right, because I'm going to have to do... I can't do an L here because that'll block it off. I could do a T, but then I block this off. But I could do a T this way. Yeah. So I feel good about that. This comes out to here, and now it can't be a T. But it does have to take this cell, which means it's doing that. And then I'm going to just erase that for my convenience. This has to come out. Can't do that or that. But if I get this far, so I can't take it, so there's a border here. Because obviously if I put a border here, that would just be a one cell thing. So there's a border here, it comes down. I can't go here or I'll cut stuff off, so that's another border. This comes down even further. I could do an arch. I could do a little loop. Or I could come down like this. TBD about that. This now has a border on two sides. This is going to have to take that cell because this is going to come down and do that. Now, cool. That's a T. That's an L. And this is forcing this to not be an L. It's forcing it to be an arch. Okay, good stuff so far. This comes out. This can't come down because it will block this from coming out, so that you got to come out to at least there. If you come down here and over, that blocks you in. So I could do that. And that will work. Very good. Okay. We're rolling. Level 2. Precision 6. So that goes to 4. That goes to 4. This is now forced to come out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. This is now forced to come up. Cannot go this way. Got to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't be there. 5. Could take any other way. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't go up. 5. Gotta come up. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's forced. Done. He's got these little guys over here. These little cluster. Precision 2? Oh, that's gotta be easy. Okay. We go with all of the little nooks and crannies, and we'll keep trying from that. This is not gonna require much of... Yeah, this is easy. Kinda didn't even have to think about that. That was fully just getting through it. Precision 60? Okay, so there's only two shapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I just go all the way around the side? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I at now? 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 4 more. And this is a unique solution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How does this have a unique solution? Why can't I just take, like... Okay. Yeah, I mean, that feels like that could be... This said that... The rule said that every puzzle has a unique solution, but there is no way that that has a unique solution. I actually want to redo that. So if I go all the way around the side with one region, which obviously makes sense because of the borders, and comes out to here. I guess I can't go... I can't... That's why. Because I can't go out anywhere but... I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to come to here. Can't go up. If I don't take the border, then I'm losing... But then here, I feel like, oh no, I guess I actually, yeah, it is, that's true. It's a unique solution. I can't believe that. That's really weird, but it is. It just felt so natural that I was like, there's no way. Okay. That's a region, that's a region, that's a region. That's a region, that's a region, that's a region. I think so far these all have to be their own. That could be an arch with that one. Okay, so here they have to be 5. So if I did that, I think I block this in. Maybe not actually. I do. Eventually, I do. It's not the best reason, but that is actually true. So this comes out to here. This... could do something like that. But that's 5, which means that then one shape would have to take that, and that doesn't work. That feels more correct. So the options are down all the way, which we just tested doesn't work. That way. We could do that, technically. But then this has the same problem. It's not gonna be able to capture everything. So I think it has to be this. This kicks an arch. This comes up and out. That's done. So this now comes... I mean, I could come up here, but then I can't take the other side of the cell. So actually, that's the most... Let's restart this. That's the most forced version of this. Because I could do that. Well, we did the work, so we're here. I know what the answer is, but... So that's a region, that's a region. This comes out to here. Right, and now that forces that to be here. Okay, I just don't want to guess. So that comes to here. This well, this can't come up, that's for sure. It has to leave at least to that. If it even goes to that cell, it's not definitive. Because this can come out to here. Well, it won't do exactly that, but... Okay, well, here's something. This probably goes like this, or this probably comes... Something's got to come up and around for this border. Because what happens with this cell? This cell can't... That's cut off. Can't do that. Yeah, this cell can't then go out this way. Where is this cell's region? This cell can go up to here and it dies. Or I could just do that. I think it has to, right? I think it has to do this, which means this is this. Same thing as the shape on the bottom. Yeah, that's it. Okay, great. Okay, precision of 4. 1, 2, 3. Is this not the same puzzle we just had? That's fun. So it's the same conditions, same map, but just now it's for 4. So this could kind of come up or out, and that's its whole region. If this came to here... we'd be blocking in either way. Whatever this shape would be blocking in something I need to get here. So if that can't happen, where that goes out or down, that means this shape comes down. And that's finished. Which means that comes out and it can go either left or right. This comes to here. Same principle here. I can't block that cell actually at all. So that's a shape, which means that's a shape. This comes out to here. This can't come up. And I can't not take the corner because the corner would then be a solo. I feel like that has to go with that one, but so if I went here, I could go up but can't then take that cell, so that's out. And then that's forced because of the solo. This comes to here. This could take this cell, but not then just not that one. It's more likely that. Yeah. All right. Aha. Precision. This is a level 5. Okay, same grid again. Regions of 8. Okay, this is definitely harder. 1, 2, 3. Right, because now with 8, we could technically have these corners all filled in. So there's 5 regions total. So here, it's just about these borders, right? So again, cannot come this way. So no matter what, this region has to take that cell here and extend, actually. And it can't not take the cell on the bottom because then it would be an isolated cell. So that's 5. It could take that one. It doesn't have to. This is 5, 6, 7, 8 is possible. So I can't make that necessarily its own thing. Six, 7, 8. Any version of that is totally fine. I don't know if I see logically what to do here. Is that done or just not unlocked? Oh no, that's just a house. That's so funny. Okay, let's try. I like this. We've solved the window. Let's get to some of the shape puzzle, shall we? We could just keep bouncing back and forth. Neighboring regions must have different shapes. Depicts the shape of its region. Okay. Neighboring regions must have different shapes. So these cannot be this. That's what it's saying. So it means that we're doing this. Cool. Okay, I understand that rule. All regions must be one of these shapes, and the shapes cannot be neighboring. Oh boy. Okay, so I can't... If this is going to obviously have to be a line, but if I have... Next to it always has to be a box. Actually, that's pretty good. If that's the case, then that's a box. That's the line of a box, which means that this has to be here. That's a line because of both. That's a box. That's a line. Okay. Yeah, I am not opposed to that. You don't have to place whole shapes at once. It can be useful to color an incomplete part of a shape. Yeah. Okay, so here... So obviously, as what they're saying is this could go left or right. This could go out. This can come out. But this, now because of all three of these, is forced to come to here. Which means that one's forced to come to here. Which means that one's forced to come to here. That one's forced to come to here. Good stuff. Okay. This comes to 3. Probably that. This is an L, rather. That's an arch. That's this. Good stuff. All regions must be one of these shapes, either a square or a square with a tab. I mean, there's no other way I could do that, right? Now, this must be the square with a tab. This must be a square with a tab. This has to be now a corner. Square with a tab. Square with a tab. Square with a tab. And it's donezo. Okay. This is the starting point because it's in a corner. This is now a corner. That's now in a corner. That's now in a corner. Yeah, we just got it. For the boxes ones, we just have to go off of what's a corner. Yeah, that's going to work all the way around. Beautiful. All right. Let's go with some of these ones. This is a 5 by 5. 2, 3, 4. So at minimum, it's taking that side. This is a 3 that intersects a 2, so that's gonna be there. And now we're off because we can start crafting it. This isn't gonna come this way. It's gonna come up. This could kind of be. Oh, I was gonna say it could be anywhere, but it actually can't be. Because if this was up, that means that forces it into this way. This could go up. Oh, well, this is forced to come out to here, so that is true. So this comes to here. And now this is here, this is here, this is here. That 2 forces this to be like that. This 2 comes to here, and that's done. Good stuff. Ah, our multi-tool shape. Okay, so... It's such a weird shape. How do I get this? That's the shape, right? So how do I get it so that way I can get this top one? Is it flipping it like this? I think so. And then I do this. Cool. Depicts the shape of the region. Okay, so this is a 4x3 in a space that is... This is going to be a border. So I could go to at least here. I could flip it too. I got to be careful about that. So if it's a 3, so that I can definitively guarantee at least that for this one. Right, because if it's the way that we're seeing it horizontally, then it's 3 rows. Oh, wait, but then I have a border here. So it's either this, exactly, or it's this, of which those middle 2 columns are always the same. So that's fine. Here, now, because of this, feels like it needs to flip. Because I don't have the ability to make it horizontal. So if this flips, that means it's upright by... this is in a column of 4. And the shape of this won't allow to capture those 2 cells, at least. And that means that comes out to 4. And obviously, that's going to be the shape. And now because because now this is against a wall, this has to come out to at least here. And now that's forced because now it could be that way. This is a dead border. Let's call that there. That's a dead border. This here could go like this, this, and that's it. So in all of those variations, those 2 are together. And then this 3x3 square can kind of shift a little bit, but not enough. It's got to shift out from this bottom row, because this could be vertical. Well, no, actually, it can't ever be vertical. So this has to be horizontal, which means it comes out to at least here. How is that possible? Wait, how is that possible? Any version of this shape. If I try to pull this down at all, I'm not going to be able to get it. So I can't come down there, which means this has to come up, which kind of ruins the whole plan. I think I could say definitively that's also a column for this square, because even if there is one here, that will take that. And these 2 are borders. It's just about now, is it here or is it on the left side? Well, if I don't... Actually, it's not here. Because if it was, that would be wrong. So that's now forced. 3x4. So this 3x4 can't be vertical. It has to be doing that. Because it can't come up or down now that this 3x3 is down. So that's there. This does something vertically as to not intersect. This does this. This is a 2x4, in which those are at minimum. And that's all just going to depend on this, which is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not too bad. One more. Oh, and we'll do the easy one. All regions must be one of these shapes, and they have to differ. So these 3 cannot be 1s, which is fine. That's going to be a 2 then, for sure. This can't be a 1. It could be a 2 or a square. Here it could be a 2 or a square as well. This can't be another 2. Could be a 1. This can't actually be another 2, so this has to be a square. That now has to be a 1. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 2. Okay, yeah, the mingling is kind of an interesting idea. 3. Both of our 3 type shapes. Okay, so if this came to here, this would also have to that would have to do that, which it can't. So this does this. This comes to here, has to be an L shape. This has to be a line. Has to be an L shape, has to be a line. Great. Oh, mingling shapes and the symbols. Okay. So here, I'm already seeing 1, 2, 3 has to exist. 1, 2, and I could choose either one here. Well, this can't be a line, so it's got to come down. This cannot do that. Can also not do that. So this is probably going to do something like that. This will do this. That shape's not going to be replicated, so that's fine. I just can't do this now. So I do that. Cool. Oh. Okay, more mingling. And I could see how this could be the same shape. Okay, so obviously border here, border here. I don't think that they can cross over either now. Right? This red cannot cross. Yeah. So this is the same color. I could do that though, so let's just be careful about that. So this takes those. Right, but the trick of this is that if I just fill in each half, so, oh, undo, undo. Oh, but that's still the same. Does that not work? Oh, right, each region. So there has to be 2 regions only. Curious. Okay, so I mean, can one take one more cell? I have to fill in all the gaps. It must be something to do with the triangle. Because that's the same shape. But I can't cut off the path from whatever's on one side to the other. Is there any... That cell is technically unneeded. So I take yellow. Oh, fuck. So this takes that. Where was my brain? Hold on. So I saw it. I know what I need to do. Let me see this again. Okay. So that's the cell I need to take from on the yellow side. So yellow comes over, and now I need... Oh, no, sorry. I keep doing that. It's got to come like this. So there's 2 greens right now. How do I get yellow to here? But it's not that. Oh, it is that. Oh, no, yes, because I took that cell that's not on the other side. Okay. Okay. Getting a little sleepy here, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Just not because of the game, just because of my life. Okay, so those are 1s. Oh, this is... They don't even care about what shapes I do here. Just don't make them the same. So that's going to have to be... Aha, interesting. Could there just be one big shape? No. Interesting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. This... I can't... That's fun. Okay, so I can make any of these 1s, so they have to extend and connect on all 3 sides like that. But if I connect these 2 shapes, they'll be... So these 2 could be connected. Yeah. Cool, I love that. That was a fun little twist. Okay, that's a box. That's just done. This could come out like this, but then you can't make that shape. This could do that. That's probably what it does. This isn't going like this, so this is going up. I don't think there's any other... Yeah, I think this has to do that, which means this has to do that, which means that is going to exist. Well, actually, this could be a solo cell, so I'm not going to say has to. Without intersecting, this one can't do that. It's got to do this, which means this is going to come out. Oh, wait, hold on. How does this one play? I could play it like this, but then that's not correct. I could play it like this. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely it. 1, 2, that's that. That's this. Perfect. The shape of things. Polyomino. Oh, boy. Okay, so none of them are in corners, but remember, I can share cells. So this square is going to share with either that one or with this one. And then whatever this side does, the other side shares, that then shares, that shares, because that's technically a corner. That's a corner now. That's a corner. Yeah, I mean, all right. Once it's that easy, I feel like just run it. Okay. Mingling shapes. So the mingle means that I can't then do this and this. But I could just do that, and then this could come out like this. Yeah. Yeah, don't overthink these. It's not that bad. Oh, that's a different area. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're not done with this area. So let's at least get the window. Holy, look at these shapes. Okay, so this cannot go vertically. So this has to go horizontally. It's a 5 length, which means it's at least this long. Here is 4 length on the side. But now it can't stand up because I have this guy. So this is that here, which means that comes to here. Thing is in the middle. So I could have your pole arm extend from here, but that won't. No, it's got to happen here because then it will fit. This is the 4 of that. That's the right shape. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's see. 13 out of 13. 15 out of 20. Okay, so there's like another few more hanging around here. What is this? This is solvable? 42. There's 2 regions. And that's our start. And, oh, I see. So I'm going to need a shape that it's the same shape on both sides of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And that just takes the whole middle. Yeah, okay. Did I do that one? I think I did. But I didn't do these little guys. Look at these hiding ones. Okay. All regions must be a 2 or a plus. Well, that is then going to have to be this. I'm not on the mingle. So this could be a bunch of different things. Okay, so, but if they have to be 2 or the plus, this is a 2. That's a 2. This now has to then be, that becomes a plus logically. That's a 2. That has to become a plus. That's a 2. That's a 2. That, if that has to be a plus, is off a wall, has to be like this. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Excellent. Fun. I really love these puzzles. Every time I step away from this game, I'm like, I just want to play a little bit more. Okay, so that's a border. That's a region. That's a region. All regions must be one of these shapes. Okay, so that has to be there because I can't leave a single alone. This would be a 3, but then it would intersect with that one. So that's a 2. That's a 2. Where do I go now? That could be a 2. That could be a 2. That can't... Okay, that can't be a 3 this way because then it would shut that one in. So that's a 3 this way. That means that's a 2 here. Can't be a 3 here. It would shut it in. That's a 2, 2, 2. Done. Did I get all the ones down here? No, there's still some hiding in the Underdark here. Okay. This is bordered out to there. This is not there. Bordered out to here because then it would block all this off. This could be the same region, but the shape doesn't allow for it. So this could come to here, but then it would block that off. So that's here. Let's change the colors. There we go. Okay, this can't block that. It's got to come to here. This has got to come to here. This has got to come to here. Okay, most of our shapes are satisfied now. Can't do that. Can't do that. It's going to do this, this, and that. Great. I hope it doesn't come off like I'm being dismissive of these puzzles. They're honestly just... Wow, look at that hidden one. They're all beneath. Let's get these hidden ones done, then we'll call it. Okay, 2. Okay, these ones are, it's just put the shapes in the right polyomino. Okay, that's here now, that's here. That can't go sideways. This has to go this way. That can be its own region. This got to come down. This is a 2, that's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2. Wonderful. We're still looking on the underground here. Oh my goodness. It almost looks like there's another one right on the corner. I can't tell though. All right, let's end it off with this 4, shall we? And how are we doing on the window? What is it saying? Oh, one more to gold or silver. One more to silver? Where the hell are the rest of the puzzles? Oh, right, because when it's silver, it unlocks new ones, doesn't it? Okay, let's get this done. So a 3 and an L. So I could do that, or I could do that. That's not enough. Here, if I did that, that's fine. Where's my limiters? This has to be a line. I don't know which direction yet. Cannot do that. So it at least stops to there. I don't know if that's a border. I don't know if I could technically say that, but that doesn't go past there. Actually, I got it. That's it. That's our start. This can't come to this because then that would be an empty cell. So that is a border to here. And now what? This has to be a line. That has to be this. That's the only way that works. This comes around. This comes around. That I don't want to guess. So that could do that. Or I could do that. Okay. This, it's going to be the same thing. How does this work? So that can't be there, because this can't go up and down. So it's only about shifting where horizontally this 3 shape is. It cannot do that. So we leave a little bit of room. It comes to at least here. That does seem to be fine. Let's try this way. Nope, doesn't work. So that's got to do that because of these L shapes. L shape, 3, 3, L shape. Cool. Oh, and yeah, we just unlocked. Oh boy, there's a 6. There's 11 more in this world. Whoa. Did I hit my, I wonder if I hit my 25 quota. There's no way to tell in-game. It's hard to tell. Ah, even more than that. That seems like enough for me then. All right, everybody, we're going to call it on this one. I try to keep these episodes a little bit longer because they're just a pure puzzler. So I want you to just kind of chill out and vibe with me as I make my way through all these puzzles. So many more to go, obviously, but we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more episodes in the future, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.